Now we are going to see some of the guidelines for software development. Okay. So these are the best practices, you can say, for better testability, or when you can say that when you are developing a software. Okay, so in that case, how better you can write your software in order to make debugging easy and better test the design. Okay, so first is program organization. Maintaining a hierarchical program organization that exhibit good use of software program structure. So we have to organize our software in a hierarchical form. Okay, so you can say that partitioning of different blocks. Now coming to next step, that is modularity. So create modular program. Partition the software module into the component that perform a specific function. Maintaining modularity help in identifying error quickly. So what they are trying to say is, this is somewhat related to partitioning in hardware. Okay, so when we are partitioning our design, we should always keep that the block which is having the same functionality. If suppose you can say that in a block, okay, we want to achieve some functionality. Okay, so we will keep the whole thing in one block. Okay, block is having different functionality, we'll keep it, that thing in separate block. Okay, so we that only, so that we can debug the things easily. Next is simplicity. The software should be simple as possible, since this leads to easily readability, better understanding, and easier testing. You can say that when we are implementing any logic, it should not be complex. Okay, our code should be self-understanding, like you can give more comments in your code in order to make the code understand, in order to make the third person to understand your code. Interface. Create modules with a minimum interface between other modules and the external environment. So we have to now coming to debugging tools. Okay, so debugging tools are used to identify and isolate the error when integrating the software and hardware tool to test the firmware and application software of the SoCs. So they are telling that when we are performing this testing, so for debugging purpose we can go with debugging tools. Okay, like when we are performing when we are verifying our firmware, or when we have developed an application software, okay, for a USB or any application, we can easily debug those things with the help of debugging tool. So what all the features that are available in the debugging tools that will make our work much more easier? Provide access to the processor internal registers. Control processor execution. We can control the processor execution. We can access internal registers. Set breakpoints and single step in the software. So breakpoint for debugging we can use. Provide real-time trace. Do full symbolic debugging. Ability to perform in-circuit emulation. So these are the things that a debugging tools will provide to us. Okay, so we are having software-based tools also. We are having hardware-based tools also. Hardware-based tools we have already seen in our previous discussion. So debugging in SoC. So the processor core embedded in an SoC are not visible. Okay, so if you are, we know that in SoC processor is also our main component. Okay, because that is the default master. So we have to embed that thing in our SoC application, and so we have to use in-circuit emulators and logic analyzer for debugging and analysis. Okay, so we can use joint test group access, IEEE, for scan based emulation techniques. Okay, we can use background debug modes. So these all things are available, okay, in the embedded codes. So debugging interrupts. So suppose